Most artists think that community building means to post a lot and then tell people to hit the Discord link. But if we look real deep, that's why the Discords are silent, that's why the shows are half packed, and that's why the fans don't really feel connected to their artists. But the artists who are thriving are realizing that community building isn't just another marketing buzzword, it's a literal survival kit for the modern day artist. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how you can spice up your community building, you know what I'm saying? Make the fans feel a little bit more engaged, and I'm gonna show you a couple of real world examples along the way. But before we get into all that, if you look below this video, you should see a join button. We have launched our membership space, No Labels Necessary Backstage Pass. If you click over there, you'll find a lot of exclusive content, extended versions of vlogs and interviews. And you know, we plan to do a couple of live streams. You know, I got a nice little content review plan for you guys that have been asking us to review your content and give you feedback. So if you've been wanting more No Labels Necessary content, click through on that join button. And if not, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share this with an artist that needs a little bit of gain today. With that being said, let's get into it. Now, I want to say this again. Community building isn't just another marketing buzzword, even though you guys have probably been hearing it left and right from your different music industry gurus. At this point, it is literal survival. The industry is moving towards a more community-oriented market, and the artists that are smart and the artists that are ahead and the artists that are tired of playing the same game that artists have been playing for the last decades, you know, for being honest, are starting to realize just how important building a community that's authentic to them and their music is. So for the artists that want support that outlasts algorithms or survives label changes or, you know, sticks with you through any phase in your artist career, these are the tips that you want to follow. So tip number one is going to be to craft a story that people want to live inside. Now, this is more about defining a worldview than it is about defining your personal story. Basically, you're trying to give people a why as to why they should join your community. It sucks to say, but fans today need a lot more than just a good song or two to make them want to be a part of, let's just call it a movement, right? Or a part of your community. And a lot of that energy and a lot of that attention starts with the story and the why you're giving them as to why they should even think about joining your community. So I want you guys to check out a couple of posts from this artist named Quay the Artist. He goes by Black Star Boy on Instagram. And when I think about an artist that I see defining a story around their movement, I think about this guy. He's been over my timeline, you know what I'm saying, heavy for the last 3 weeks or so. But check out this video that he put out.
Lately, I feel like I've been running in place. I'm working harder than ever, but I feel like I'm not necessarily increasing my value. That's when I realized maybe the answer isn't to run faster in the same system, but to blow the whole thing up and start my own thing. So I came up with this. This is my album. All you do is take this card, plug it in your phone, and my 21 song album is right there in your Files app. You own the music. Plus, you get the highest quality files possible. If you want it, go to my website and purchase it now, because my album is not going on Spotify.
So what is this artist doing, right? He's setting up the tone for the type of people that he wants to attract, not only with his music, but with his overall world he's building. And if I was to look at this video and break it down, he wants people that are disruptors. He wants people that are feeling like, hey, I'm tired of being stuck inside of the same system, you know, running my life like a hamster wheel. And I too want to do something different. Or I too want to do something that's typically against the norm of whatever industry that I'm in. So we can already tell, hey, this video and this move that he's about to make with his career is clearly meant for the disruptor archetype. And I want you guys to check out another video that he puts out, because I think that ties it all together and reinforces that point even more.
I'm not dropping my album on Spotify. Instead, it's going on this. And I think this has the potential to shake up the entire industry. Why would I give my album to a streaming service and just hope the algorithm recommends it when I could just give it right to you? All you do is take this card, plug it in your phone, and my 21 song album is right there in your Files app. You own the music. So you can save it to your phone and listen whenever, wherever, even if you don't have Wi-Fi. Plus, you get the highest quality files possible. If you want it, you can purchase it now on my website.
So yes, I think these videos kind of get the gist right. And if you were to go through the rest of his profile and look at all of the content that he's been putting out, particularly for this campaign that he's running, each video is pretty much laying out a breadcrumb for people who want to be in a world with others who are disruptors, who once again like to go against the grain or who like to experiment with new things. So if I'm someone that's watching this video, right, I may not even like his music initially, because if you even pay attention to those 2 clips I played, we don't even hear his music in those songs, right? We're being won over strictly off a mission statement and motivation for doing something like this. And once again, there is a side of your fan base or your potential fan base that is interested in that. You're telling me as a fan that you don't want to put your music on Spotify, or you want to throw a show, or you want to raise $50,000, and you will be surprised at how many fans would join and fold and support if you just told them the why, or if you just took 2 seconds to sit down and break down, why do I even want people to be a part of my movement beyond just liking the music? Wait, Quick pause, because a lot of you have been asking, how can I work with you guys one-on-one? And yes, we can run almost any type of marketing campaign at this point, but honestly, we prefer working with clients from a consulting standpoint because we actually get a chance to deep dive into their music. We can work on their brand, we can work on their content strategy, we can tie it all together into a marketing campaign. Basically, we can give you a blueprint on how to grow, monetize, and win. So if you're an artist that's serious about getting their branding together, their content strategies together, their marketing together, then apply for a call with our country brand agency arm using the link in the description below. Serious inquiries only, please guys. So if this sounds like something you need, once again, hit that link in the description. And if not, we still love you anyway. All right, guys, commercial break over. Let's get back to the video. Tip number 2 is going to be to give fans brag-worthy, identifiable items. Now, this is where I think community building starts to truly get unique for every single artist that is selling something to their fan base. One, these items are going to end up becoming collectibles, and they're going to end up becoming items that fans can use to flex on other fans. That's a nice way to say it, right? So if I feel like I'm a high tier fan and I'm in your fan base and another fan comes and challenges me to the ownership, you know what I'm saying, of that spot, if I have this exclusive item that only the people who showed up to your San Diego pop-up got, and this person doesn't have it because clearly they weren't familiar with you back then or they weren't as tapped in, I automatically pull a rank in that situation. Let's call a spade, right? I get to feel good and I get to feel more dominant than your fan base within that situation. Also, I think that fans start to see these items as more worthy of their money and their time because it feels like you as the artist have actually put time into something or into creating something that I want to keep forever. I don't just want a t-shirt or a sticker pack or a hat. I want something that I can remember forever. So I want you guys to check out this artist named Mariel Craft because I think that she did an amazing job at putting together a really unique merch item that her fans are going to be talking about forever. Check this out.
Do you remember when these came out in 2006? iPod Shuffle Generation 2 with the little clip so you could literally wear them as you listened, or you could put it in your hair as a barrette. I mean, the options were limitless with these guys. So I've been sourcing these all over eBay. I've been bidding on them, making sure that they are tested and that they work and that they come with charging docks. Some of them don't, so I've been sourcing charging docks. I've collected 20 of them, and I'm releasing my debut album 1 month early, only on the iPod Shuffle. So come with me as I find out what's on this iPod Shuffle, who had it, maybe make some assumptions about their life, and restore it to put on a new playlist of songs that I can't wait to share with you. Into the dock, Archie.
So I'm not gonna play the rest of the video, but you guys get the gist. This is a great collectible item. Not only are you getting a vintage iPod, right, which if you're someone who's into that era of pop culture or you were there, you know, and have just some type of nostalgia moments attached to it, you might buy it just off of that. You know what I'm saying? I can't even think of the last time I saw an iPod in real life. Like, I personally would buy one just off the strength of thinking that, where else am I gonna get this? But if you go and you look through her page and you look at her branding and you look at the style of music that she makes, this aligns with that audience. You know what I'm saying? She has a little bit of like a One Tree Hill vibe going on, and I can imagine that her fan base finds things like these nostalgic. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, but Corey, fans don't buy this type of stuff, right? They want to buy a t-shirt, they want to buy a lighter, they want to buy the basic items. And you're not wrong, right? Like, the vast majority of your fan base isn't going to be someone that will spend $100 on an iPod just to get your album early. But those 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 or however many people that do, those are going to be the most diehard members of your community. Those are going to be the ones that scream your name to the mountaintops. And those are going to be the ones that are 60 or 70 years old telling their grandkids about how they got this iPod from one of their favorite artists back in the day. And if you're still skeptical about, even if you try something like this, if people will buy it, check out this other video that she put out.
Oh my gosh, it's been 1 minute. Okay, we're live. We're live. Godspeed, everybody. I'm nervous for everyone. Let's see who's gonna be first. Oh, first one. Second one. Oh, Liz Nelson. Congrats, Liz. You got the first one. Orange. Oh man. Oh, they're rolling in now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. It's 10:01. I think they're gone.
Is that?
Every single color is sold out.
Every single color sold out, right? And I believe she said that she was only selling 20 copies. So when you're creating these items that are meant to be these super unique and memorable things, they just need to be connected to your brand. They need to be in limited supply. I can imagine that this campaign would have went as well if she had 10,000 to sell or 20,000, right? Like a big box artist. But the fact that there's a little bit of collectability here, I can be the person that has 1 out of 20 or 1 out of whatever. It's creative, right? It's something that I can't find every day, and I'm not going to find within every artist experience that I'm a part of. And it's something that a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I can use to show my devotion and my loyalty to that artist. And you will be surprised at how many artists never even realize they can get things like this off of the ground because they don't even try. Once again, there's nothing wrong with playing the t-shirt, hat, sticker game. But at some point, if you really want to test the strength of your community, or if you want to give your community something a little bit stronger to rally around, or a product that will make them go like, do I want to spend my last dollar from my last paycheck on buying something? Items like this are what you need to be looking at. And it doesn't have to be an iPod like she did. Take some time out to actually think about what's unique about your brand and how could you turn that uniqueness into a product that people can collect forever. And while we're on the topic of unforgettable things, the last tip is to create unforgettable experiences and moments for your fans. Now, this is the one where if I say that the items is like medium high tier, the event planning and the unique experiences is where it gets really, really high tier in terms of being able to tell if an artist is locked in around their community. Now, the reality is that a lot of fans are tired of the traditional artist experience. You know, like every fan isn't willing to pay $20 or $15 to come see you live at a show, right? Every fan isn't going to want to go to a festival, you know, buy a ticket to Rolling Loud or One Music Fest just to hang out in a hot, sweaty line and come see you. But some fans would be more than willing to pop out if they had something that felt like, hey, I can't get this everywhere. I can't go to this all the time. And I want to show you guys this video of an artist who I think provided his fan base with exactly something like that. So if you check out your screen, you'll see this really cool invite from a rapper by the name of Black Sam. Now, when Black Sam was rolling out his album, he decided to do a really fancy dinner party for his fans that pulled up. And so I'm gonna read the caption on the post for you guys. Deglaze the beat with Criminy Buff, so will Mommy can deepen. On September 6th, the legendary Black Sam is pulling up on us for a Michelin Man dinner party to celebrate his debut album, held in an undisclosed location. 13 songs, 13 courses. For more info and to be added to the wait list for tickets, comment Sumac and we'll reach out from the This Is Somewhere account, right? So instead of having a regular listening party where you're sitting in a music studio, he decided to have a 13-course meal to represent the 13 songs on his upcoming album and let fans be a part of their experience. And then I don't believe that he put out any video of it, but if we look at these pictures from the event, like look at this night, you know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't this look like something that you would want to be a part of, right? So really fancy vibes, really fancy dinner. And if you were to check this artist out, some of this I know just from having a conversation with him, some of this I know from paying attention to him. He himself is really into cooking. Like he's talked on songs and in his captions and on his stories and in other forms of content about how much of a chef he is in real life and how much he cares about cooking. So he was able to take something that if you're a fan of him, you know, hey, Black Sam is passionate about culinary arts. He talks about it in his music and he's always talked about doing something like this. And then now you see that in order to promote his event, he's putting together an event that merges both of those worlds. And going back to my point earlier at the beginning of this topic, half the battle of creating a unique experience for fans is doing something that they're not going to get out of any other artist that they're a fan of, right? Like I follow a lot of artists outside of Black Sam. I ain't really seen no other artists put this together yet, right? And I'm not saying that no artist ever will do this idea or that there aren't other artists out there who have done this idea, but I'm saying that from my fan world, from where I'm paying attention, this is new and unique and cool to me, right? And I don't know how much he sold for tickets, but I would assume for a 13-course meal, man, I would think bro came out, you know, at least maybe like 150 to 250 for tickets, you know what I'm saying? That might be with him being cool with spending money. And you would be surprised at how many fans wouldn't pay $15, $20, $25 to see you at a show, but will pay $150 to go go-karting with you, or will pay $200 to go camping with you, or will pay $500 to, I don't know, like go to a spa with you and have a spa day or something, right? Fans, when it comes to these events, are really just looking for something to do. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, you're no different than me planning any other date night. You're no different than me planning any other activity for myself. And I think that where a lot of artists are dropping the ball is that they're not thinking about how I can take unique things about myself and my interests that I have shared with my fan base and turn that into some type of experience that fans can come live alongside right with me. But the reality is that if you become an artist that is doing something like that for your fans, because the rest of their artists that they follow are probably not even thinking about this stuff, or trying to put together an event that's a tenth as entertaining as something like this, if you figure out what that looks like for you, you will have much better success with getting people to want to be a part of your community, because they'll start to see that not only am I attached to a story and a movement that could possibly become bigger than me, not only am I getting to spend my money on items that I feel like represent what I care for, and they give me a conversation piece, and it's something that I feel is unique and valuable, you're also giving them a memory, a lifelong experience that, once again, they are not going to get anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you do a really good job of making sure that the experience is tied to something that is uniquely linked to you. So just to give you guys a quick recap, 1, you gotta define the worldview. Give your people a why as to why they should be joining your community. 2, give fans brag-worthy items. These items become marketing tools in their own right, and they become this memorabilia that your fans will never forget. And 3, create events that create memories and experiences that they'll never get being a part of anybody else's fan base. And with patience, strategy, good music, and these tips, you'll have a diehard community in no time. So guys, which strategy are you gonna try first? Which of these parts of the community building do you feel like you need to work on and polish and develop and all that good stuff? Drop it in the comment section below. And if you are an artist that's already diving into the community building, what have you been doing that you have seen resonate really well with your fan base and has made them want to be a part of your community and grow it stronger? And once again, if you feel like you learned anything, hit that like button, share this button with an artist that needs a little bit of game, and hit that subscribe button. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.